Every day, chat and chart live during the New York session. Here, real traders share the raw truth, their mindset, technical analysis, and execution. This is where real traders show their skill set. Welcome to Tradin TV. This is your stage to shine.
Hello. Kashif, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, Kimmel. How are you?
Doing amazing. How is everyone in the chat? Everyone go share the live stream with every single person. I'm gonna do that now too. Hope you all had a great weekend. Kashif, have you entered in any trades so far?
Yes, I did some trades during London session
Okay.
and even in Asian session.
Okay. Let's
Yep.
see it.
All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
Salah, how are you?
Nice.
I'm good. Thank you.
The glasses look good.
Thank you.
Let's see. Let's share the screen. Yeah, it goes.
So this is my London session trade. I was looking at this 15-minute bearish order block right here. I refined it on the 5-minute time frame because on the 5-minute time frame there was a clean bullish candle and then a bearish candle, and price then dropped, marking my bearish order block. And in London session price section, it tapped into this order block, and then I switched to the 1-minute time frame. So my execution was on the 1-minute time frame. So on the 1-minute time frame, what I saw is price action tapping into this 15-minute or 5-minute supply zone, and then we dropped. Price action tried to push up. Now there was a one confirmation that gave me confidence to get into this sell trade, because the order flow on the 1-minute time frame was bullish. It was printing higher highs and higher lows, right? But after tapping into this 15-minute and 5-minute supply zone, price action pushed down. But when it started to go back up to print a new higher high, it failed. That means this order block has some sort of validity, giving me confirmation and confidence to execute. And I executed a sell trade right here. I was a little late on the sells, but still I got into the sells. My initial stop loss was above this structure high. And after price action started to move in my favor, I narrowed down my stop loss to this area, which was the last recent structure. And I took a full TP at 100 pips. That was my London session trade. And then after that, I took a buy as well, because I was looking at this 5-minute order block right here. Price tapped and it started to show me bullish order flow. And I then executed a buy position from here. It was a pretty quick scalp. Now let me just entire screen. Right.
What about you, Salah? Have you taken any trades?
I took buys earlier. When we broke 10. My buys were from 14. From 14 all the way to 25, and hit TP, and then flipped again.
Do you wanna share screen?
Sure thing.
And then I'll make sure to share a trade that I also took on Friday. I haven't taken any trades today.
Do you see my screen?
Not yet. So Salah is sharing the screen very, very soon. Have you started sharing?
I started sharing.
Okay. We just need someone in the back end to add the screen. What about everyone in the chat? Have you guys taken any trades? We see people saying hello to everyone here. Okay, there you go. Screen is
Do you see
being
it?
shared.
Yes.
Yeah, so earlier, as you could see, this we're in a range currently, and the true move in my perspective should be from here. Okay.
So there was a win. I'm in shorts. Cat Japanese yen.
Basically, we're in this range currently. Um, I see whichever way we break out, got a 15-minute above um, 14 or a 15-minute below 94. Um, of course, closing there and then retesting will give us an entry on the next targets. And entry I took earlier was from 14 earlier this morning, around here from 14, and then I expected it to just, show lots of momentum. However, it consolidated after that, and then it gave me kind of a 1-to-1 at 25. My SL was at 04, so it was more of a 1-to-1 almost.
I see.
And I did not expect price to reject and drop again. I expected it to actually go all the way to 40, 46 around here. But it's just basically consolidating now. So
Yeah.
we gotta chill and stay patient and not trade inside this zone because this is a no trade zone, in my opinion. Um, you won't have clean structure happening inside here. So we
So
need to wait.
your view right now is like just wait for the breakout, whichever
Yeah,
way we go. That's where you
yeah,
would trade.
yeah. Because currently, why would you want to risk whatever's happening here? And you know that this is a consolidation. It is a pure consolidation. It's nothing more than that. Um, you see what price has been doing here. This was a fake move that happened during Asia and during the opening. And then we broke out supposedly. Even though I got my TP hit a 1-to-1, I do not consider this a proper breakout because
Yeah.
nothing barely happened. Um, I mean, if we went past 32, past 46, I'd tell you, yeah, this is the shit that I'm waiting for. But this, I'm not waiting for this nor this. I mean, this one is better than the move to the upside, but yeah, I think we should just be patient and wait for a proper breakout.
Yeah, I think this happens a lot with gold traders, which is every time we start ranging, like gold traders just get absolutely destroyed because they're
Yeah.
still aiming for those volatile moves.
Hmm.
And so, again, just like Salah said, the best thing is okay, you have your zones in which we are in a range. Once we break out of that range, that's when you trade. I think that's a very good point.
Yeah, Kimmel, this happened to me a lot. I would just, get taken inside the range in whichever direction I try to chase. I'd just be swept because I'm trading inside a range. And I shouldn't do that unless I'm scalping and I'm chasing like 20 pips, 30 pips. I'll tell you, yeah, trade
Yeah.
inside wherever you want to trade.
Yeah.
But if you're chasing a breakout, you can't trade a range.
Yeah. So these
You
guys
want to
been
share your
crushing it.
screen?
I'm going to share my loss that I took on Friday. Let me
Sure.
share the screen.
Friday was bad for me, to be honest.
Like I like the price action overall. Uh especially given all this manipulation down here, because I was pretty bullish on Friday. Because if we quickly go back onto Friday, we came back on NASDAQ to the daily fair value gap. And even though this is a very, very bearish day, we actually reacted very aggressively out of that daily fair value gap. So keep in mind, this is the daily fair value gap right here. And we had a very, very strong reaction. This was earnings reaction, by the way. And then from here, we started ranging and we didn't really start going down. Quite the opposite. We started forming bullish order flow. You can see it right here. So we started creating bullish order blocks and respecting them. And then we move aggressively bearish. Once we move aggressively bearish, now we are at the 1 hour fair value gap. So if I quickly do midline, no, okay, we didn't reach the 50%, but we reached the 1 hour fair value gap. We had already reacted out of the daily fair value gap. And so once we start doing this, my mind is, okay, this manipulation is just great given that our bias is bullish. And so instead of trying to call this low, which probably a lot of people did, trying to call this low, what I did was I waited for the 5 minute to give us a strong shift to the upside. So notice how we have the sweep of the low, and then we have a very strong move up. I was sleeping during this time because I went on vacation on Thursday and Friday. Well, not really vacation, just on a family trip. That I could not call that a vacation. Um, the market moves to the upside, and then I notice, oh, okay, there's a fair value gap right here on the 5 minute chart, and then as soon as I see that the market is at that 5 minute, I'm like, okay, perfect. Let me execute on this fair value gap right here. Then the market was ranging around that fair value gap, started moving up. It wasn't running a lot, like it was running 0.4, nothing crazy. But I was expecting this to be a little bit of a trade that would take more time, simply for the reason that it was already 11 a.m. New York time. So I instantly expect the trade to last longer just because I wanted it to range up or even impulse up. But the probability of that happening is lower. And then eventually market moved lower, respected this fair value gap again, and then eventually just plummeted towards my stops. So yeah, it is what it is. I was quite happy with this trade. I knew the risks going into it. The 4 hour was looking very bearish. The 1 hour was looking bearish. Obviously, it's a riskier trade, but because my bias was so set on the longs, I was okay with it. And now, once again, we came back to the fair value gap and notice what is happening again. The market is reacting very aggressively out of that fair value gap. So I'm not really too interested in the shorts unless it becomes extremely, extremely obvious that we start moving down. So right now, I'm waiting for market open. But if I had to bet on something, I'd probably go for the longs still, just because I don't like to try to call the high on NASDAQ for sure. Unless, like, what I would need to see is this 4 hour candle, which closes in 3 hours, which is the first 30 minutes of the market open, to absolutely reverse. And then from here, I would be looking for the shorts. Besides that, I don't have anything else. Then on GU and EU, it reacted exactly how we wanted. Here on this stream, we called the shorts very, very well. When was it? I think it was at the daily. Yeah, on the daily chart. So this was on Monday. So on Monday, we talked about the fact that we are at the daily order block, and I said that the probability of us going lower is extremely, extremely high. And the same thing on GBPUSD. Check what we said on Monday right here. Like, this was the candle that printed on Monday. We mentioned this inverted fair value gap, and from here, the market just absolutely tanked. So I definitely recommend you checking that out for the analysis on that week. But yeah, it was basically perfect analysis, and I still expect the market to continue moving lower. So yeah, and then on gold is now in this situation where, as Salah said, we're in this 1 hour range, and you don't want to get caught in this daily range after such volatile moves, just as you would have been caught here. Like, you don't want to do that. Just wait for the market to break out, and then from there, if I had to guess right now, I don't know. I would even dare to say that we're still a little bit bullish. But if we start moving aggressively bearish from here, then I think the drop is going to be very quick and very violent. It's going to be interesting.
I would see us dropping, like if we were actually bearish, and we proved that on the daily candle today. Um, our next targets will be 3,850 ish,
Yeah,
and 3,800, and then 3,750, and finally 3,670.
yeah. We came to the fair value gap, to that daily fair value gap that we had. So let me quickly show you. So we came to this daily fair value gap. So
Mhm.
if we are to react bearish, we probably react from here. I would not be incredibly shocked if we do. But right now, as Salah mentioned when he was doing the breakdown, I would just wait for the market to get out of this range and then you trade according to that. Because if it breaks out, then we would be bullish. But if it breaks down and we see, oh, actually we are reacting out of the daily fair value gap, then we would be bearish. So yeah. Um, Kashif, do you want to do some overall analysis on the pairs you look at? Let's just see. We have. Uh, when I asked people if they've taken a trade, they said I'm in shorts, selling CAD Japanese yen, gold sell, looking for long on gold, took buys, selling gold right now. NASDAQ no long in London. Let's go. London in gold. Gold sell from the 1 hour fair value gap. Short on EU. I like shorts on EU. Um, Gold is sideways, so not trading it. Nice. Uh, what do we have next? Let's see.
Yeah,
Let us
I would like.
know. Let us know the reaction, like the result on your guys' trades today. I'd love to know. And if anyone longed Nasdaq like I did on Friday, let me know. Kashif, let's go. Let's do
Yeah,
some.
let's go. So I did this high time frame analysis in my community this morning. I was starting from the monthly candle on gold because we are into a new trading month and things are really interesting, like for the next for this week obviously. Now if you look at the monthly candle, what we have is we price section, it made a bottom wick and it's flipped bullish and it started to print its bullish body, indicating that it might do a wick fill or it might just continue into this wick from the previous month. But one thing I'm looking at right now is I marked my monthly lows, which is 3964. I marked my monthly bearish flip level, which is almost like 3995. Now, if you look at the monthly, as long as there's no 4 hour candle closing below this bearish flip, I'm bullish on gold. Now, even if you look on the 4 hour time frame, let's with these lines, let's just go to the 4 hour time frame. Now, if you look at the 4 hour time frame, if any 4 hour candle closes below this bearish flip, or let's say it closes below the monthly lows, current monthly lows, then what do we have on the price section? How, like I ask you guys, like how would the chart starts to look like if one 4 hour candle closes impulsively bearish below the current monthly lows? It would be looking like something like this, right? And with that, what do you see next? I would be looking at this liquidity level. I would be looking at this swing low. And if a 4 hour candle closes bearish, then overall structure will start to make sense for a bearish leg, because if you look at the overall price section on the 4 hour time frame, we had a low, we had a lower high, we had a lower low, lower high, equal lower high, equal lower high, equal lower high. If one 4 hour candle breaks it, current month lows, break this low, then what we can expect this bearish, this overall bearish trend to continue pushing bearish all the way down towards 3850. And what do we have at 3850? We have some sort of demand zone, some sort of bullish order block, some sort of demand zone right here. Okay, so this is what I'm expecting on gold for the sells. Only if we break and close below 3964 on the 4 hour time frame. Now, the 4 hour candle obviously should be closing impulsively bearish with the body closure. There should be no wick. Now, obviously, if a 4 hour candle goes down and leaves a wick and the body close weak bearish, then obviously we would be just expecting this internal bullish trend to continue pushing up. Right now, if I talk about the current price section, the current price section I would say is on the 5 minute time frame. As Saleh said, I'm looking at this swing and I'm looking at this low right here. This is a range where I wouldn't be interested to take any trade on any time frame. Like if I narrow down this range, then it would come towards this and this. This whole area is where I would avoid taking a trade, and you can already see the volume is pretty low right here inside this range. And one more thing, for today, I'm interested in ISM manufacturing PMI, which is going to come at almost like in about 2 hours and 45 minutes. We have ISM manufacturing employment data and ISM manufacturing PMI. Now, this news could be some sort of significance because today is Monday and the only economic news we have is ISM manufacturing. And based on the volume I see on gold right now, I think the market is getting prepared for ISM manufacturing PMI.
Yeah, usually we see that a pretty drop in volume once we are close to um, like real levels where the market will have an injection of volatility. Like that's why we usually say don't trade before FOMC, CPI, and NFP. Is because those are such big news that the market just ends up chopping around before it then does move. So yeah.
Yes, also that, like, if we look at the technical side of view, like this whole area is indecision. Nobody knows like it's gonna go buy or it's gonna go sell.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So the probability is 50-50. So with the news, like if we break above with impulsive volume, then obviously like price will continue pushing bullish. So
Yeah.
in this type of market, like just stay away. Understand like not having a trade is also a trade.
Yeah, exactly.
You're just preparing for a really, really good trade. Meanwhile, you're being
Yes.
patient.
Exactly. Yes, session times have changed. New York has now changed to Eastern Standard Time, I think. I think they're back to Eastern Standard Time. They were in Eastern Daylight Time, New York time. Yeah, now they're at GMT -5, which means that I think it's EST now. Let's see. Eastern Standard Time, 5 hours behind. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, now everything is back to normal. I know that last week, people in Europe were 1 hour behind, or some I don't know the intricacies. I just know I made so many mistakes at the when I was posting my schedule. So, but yeah, everything is now back to normal. Should be, if you guys check New York time instead of whatever it is, that's what I've changed my trading view to. You'll always know when the stock market opens or when New York session opens, etc. That's what I personally did. So for example, I know that stock market opens in 2 hours from now because it opens at 9:30 New York time all the time. So yeah. So yeah, times have changed.
Hmm.
Nas today's sells are valid. I would do the same as Kashif is looking on gold and Salah, which is, are shorts valid? Yes. But keep in mind that you would be selling into a lot of buying pressure. So you would rather wait for, I think Salah explained, I think Kashif explained this very, very well. Kashif, can you explain the 4 hour again? The way you started of like, if the 4 hour does this, what is this going to look like?
Yeah, so I started from the monthly candle, and I simply marked my current monthly lows and bearish flip of the monthly candle. Then I looked at the forward time frame. Now on the forward time frame, I was saying if one forward candle closes bearish, how would it look like on the overall structure? Now let's say this forward candle closes something like this, right? How do you how do you All right, so let's say it closes like this with a top wick right here. Okay, now if it closes like this, how would the overall structure would look on the price section? Look, price section on the forward making lows, lower highs, lower low, lower high, lower low, equal lower highs, a lot of rejections, and then if we close like this below the current monthly lows, then you can expect the price section dropping to this forward order block. So right now the market is like you just need to visualize the candles in both directions. Visualize the candle in bullish direction. How would the price action look if one forward candle closes bullish like this? Now same way, if I mark this, if I'm visualizing this forward bearish like this for a sell move to the downside on this whole bearish overall bearish trend, at the same time I'm also visualizing this forward candle as a bullish closure. Now let's say if I turn this candle into bullish, now, then what would you expect from the price section? You would say, okay, this was the rejection, this was a swing low. Now there's a lot of generated liquidity at these equal highs above these wicks, and then what would you expect? You would expect the price section moving towards this bullish order block, bearish order block, sorry.
Exactly. So I know someone said he's talking about NAS 100. Yes. But if you quickly go to NAS 100, Kashif, you'll notice that the exact same thing applies. So look at the 4-hour chart and now imagine a bearish 4-hour candle, a bearish 4-hour engulfing, and you'll see
Mm-hmm.
that the shorts are valid. For example, from here, I don't think the shorts are really valid. But if we start moving aggressively bearish, all of a sudden the shorts are going to look absolutely amazing, right? So if we quickly look, like if you see this, then yes, of course we're going for the lows, right? But if right now you're selling from when the market is reacting out of a daily fair value gap. So that's why I asked Kashif to go back to his thesis on gold of the 4-hour candle, because the same thing is going to apply on NASDAQ. So I was
Exactly.
going to show NASDAQ afterwards. And again, this is exactly what I would want to see. If I'm to short, the first 4-hour candle has to be very bearish. Like I'm not going to short into a bullish 4-hour candle at all. So
Makes sense.
Nice opens late today. No, it opens always at the same time, 9:30 a.m. New York time. What about EU? We already talked about EU, but if you want to check, Kashif, EU is almost the same, but EU is just bearish. So
Let's look at the forward time frame. Yeah, I think EU right now on the forward is just reacting off from this fair value gap, but there's a lot of range to the downside on this FVG. It's bearish. Even on the monthly, look at the monthly on Euro USD. Like, look at the monthly candle. It looks like
that was very
it looks
bearish.
like what's the pattern you call, like it's shooting star, morning star?
Morning star,
Yeah,
morning star.
bullish dodgy candle and a bearish candle engulfing, and it indicates like
Yeah, this tells you there's big
yeah.
Yeah,
bearish
that looks
movement.
bearish. That looks very bad for EU. DXY looks like it wants to go on a run too. So I've been talking. Well, actually, not really.
Whoa.
EU looks much
You know,
worse.
like yeah, but it all makes sense. Like if you look at the dollar index, look at the monthly candle, the way the monthly candle closed. Like on a on dollar index, you see I think you see a
Bullish,
morning
yeah,
star,
yeah.
and on Euro USD, you see a shooting star. Like the
I think
correlation
it's
is
even.
really
I
strong.
think it's Evening Star. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, whatever, but the viewers get the
Yeah,
point. But
we understand it.
It then looks bearish or bullish, guys. Okay. Just know that's what we mean. Like EU looks like it wants to go to the downside.
Yeah.
You look, and then if you check GU, like that looks even more bearish than that. Like
GBPUSD.
GU
Oh,
just
yeah.
looks like it wants to absolutely tank. Let's
Damn.
say to, yeah, that's. I was gonna put one down candle more on that. So if we, no. If you put like to the bearish candle you had, yeah, that one. I think that looks very, very clean to go towards 1.28. I would not be shocked if it does. So
1.28. Yep.
that would be interesting. But again, it's our first trading day of the month. Keep that in mind. Like, don't get too excited already. Within a month, a lot of things can happen. A lot of things can happen. For example, NASDAQ might start the month by going extremely bullish, and then eventually at the end it just massively reverses. So let's see. But yeah, euro dollar and pound dollar
Yeah,
definitely are bullish for
I'm, I'm,
myself.
I'm really interested in euro dollar because if I look for shorts, my target would be this breaker block right here.
Yeah,
This breaker block, it's so clean.
yeah,
The breach and boom.
yeah. I just like pound dollar more because it's been dropping so much more. And usually, what traders say is that, oh, okay, since pound dollar has been dropping more, that means euro dollar is more likely to drop now. Not really. Literally, it's the opposite. It's what's been dropping most is probably likely to drop even more.
Hmm.
Like, you see the difference between, for example, Bitcoin and any other altcoin. Like, altcoins get absolutely decimated all the time. So every time Bitcoin drops 5%, they go down 30. So can you check Nasdaq for a scalp? Let me know what you would scalp on Nasdaq, Ziggy. But personally, I would just wait for market open. Again,
Market
keep in
open,
mind
yeah.
we are 2 hours away from market open, so it's nothing that I'm personally interested in on right now.
Let's just also talk about some Bitcoin, the monthly. So I think Bitcoin is forming a top on the monthly, to be honest.
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
Yeah. If we look at the weekly, look at the daily, yeah, this is the last support, I think. Like if we break below, if we break and close below 103, price section might be just not even 103. Like if we break below 106, then you can expect price action tapping into this order block right here for short term. This could be a level of rejection on the daily for Bitcoin. If you see some sort of rejections, then we're
Yeah,
seeing some
from
volume
there,
on.
like, and notice how big of a drop that already is from all-time high.
Yeah,
Um, like, I personally think the low on Bitcoin isn't. I don't think it's gonna be much lower than 40K. I think that once we hit 40K, I will start loading my clip very, very heavy. Um, because from there, at the end of the day, the Bitcoin in 10 years time is going to be higher than what it is right now. And a lot of people sometimes, I want to say this is very important, which is when we're talking investments, it's extremely important to think, instead of thinking, hey, what is it going to do tomorrow? You ask yourself, what is it going to do in the next 10 years? So, for example, if you ask Salah that has silver and gold, if he thinks that silver and gold are going to be higher than what they are right now in 10 years' time, what is your answer, Salah?
Of course, they are going to be incredibly higher in 10 years' time.
Yeah.
Silver will get you more RR though. with silver, you're gonna make more on your money than what you're gonna make with gold, because gold will still go higher, much higher. But when you compare how many multipliers is it gonna be, silver is gonna give you at least like 10x.
Yeah. So just by thinking about that, you already understand that with investing, instead of thinking, oh, gold is forming a top, let me sell all of my gold, then buy it back lower. Just let it be, right? Like I do that with collectibles personally. I have some that are losing money, but when I look at in 5 years time, it's like, okay, what's the supply going to be? Much lower. Okay, what is the demand going to be? The same. Well, then obviously the price is going to increase. Like it's as simple as that. Same thing is with Bitcoin. Same thing is with gold. Everything is the same. Like there's, you need to be able to distinct yourself from a trader and investor, and it's very hard. When you start mixing the two, that's when you make a lot of mistakes. So I would be very careful with that. So yeah, that is extremely important. um I think gold had a tiny move up on, let me
Yep.
see, 5 handle move up, 6. Let's see. Because right now we are 1 hour early into New York session. New York session starts in 24 minutes, if I am not mistaken. There's some people that say New York
Yep.
session starts at 7 a.m. New York time, which is when we started. Some people say 8 a.m. New York time. What do you guys look at in terms of sessions? Kashif, what is your London session from hour to hour and New York session from hour to hour?
So let me just show you some very interesting tool that I use, and it would be really helpful for new traders to understand the session timings. Let me just share my entire screen. So, yep. So I use this Baby Pips Forex Market Hours, and what does it do? It just adjusts the time according to your time zone. So for me now, New York, it's Pakistan Standard Time. It's my local time. So New York session used to be at 5 p.m., but now it's 1 hours ahead. It's 6 p.m. now. So London session for me was, before it was 12 p.m., but now it is 1 p.m.
Okay. So is it, do you use those times from Baby Pips?
Yes. So 6 p.m., like, it's for me, it's New York Open, and then 1 hour and 30 minutes past New York Open is New York Stock Exchange Open for
Yeah.
NYSE volume. So it's pretty simple. I just use this indicator.
Yeah. Nice. What
And
about you,
also,
Salah?
I memorized them basically, but I just added on them right now. London was at 10 a.m. my time over here, and now it's 11 a.m. And then for New York, it was 3 p.m. Now it's 4 p.m.
New York time, one later open. No, it's always, keep in mind, New York opens at always the same time. It doesn't change the time. We change our time.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because if you look at everything from the New York lens, then it's always the same. Because for me, I started. It depends if it's London session or New York session that I'm looking at. But for example, uh, I look at New York from New York standards and London session from London standards. So for me, London session opens at 8 a.m. London time, which means 3 a.m. New York time. Which means, yeah, which means 3 a.m. New York time now. But last week it was 4 a.m. New York time, if I am not mistaken. So, but then New York session opened always at the same time, 7 a.m. New York time for New York session open, and stock market open at 9:30 a.m. So I don't like it when people are like, oh no, everything is the New York standard and blah blah blah. It's like, no, it isn't. Like the market, those are the same people that think that there's like one algo that rules the whole thing. It's like, no, there's algos in London, there's algos in New York. So stop looking at it from a black and white lens. So yeah.
Exactly. Like for me, like Kimmel, honestly, I use my local time. For me, 5 p.m. Pakistan Standard Time is New York Open. I don't
Yeah.
know about New York Standard Time, so because I feel more comfortable around
Yeah.
this. So it's up to your like preferences.
Yeah. Someone said, I have a question from Kashif on what concept do you trade? And it's all about strategy only, or other factors may be involved: psychology, risk management, FOMO. Basically, he's trying to find out what technicals do you trade and how much does trading psychology play into a factor of your strategy.
So I use smart money concepts, simple order blocks, market structure shift, and in terms of psychology, yes, with the strategy, like the narrative is really important. If you are seeing a bullish order block like that, doesn't mean like you blindly get into a buy. It means like you also need to look at the trend. You also need to see like is there any liquidity below the order block that might be taken out, right? So with the strategy, like the narrative is really important. It could be any strategy like trend line trading, it could be simple price section, naked price section. Every strategy do work, but the most important thing is you need to connect the dots. You need to make up a story on the candles and then align it according to your strategy, and then you execute. And about the risk management, it's pretty simple. Like I just look at the rejections. If the trade is going in my favor and I start to see rejections on the 1 minute, that is the point I start to become more defensive on my open contracts. It's pretty simple.
What about you, Salah? Do you want to, if you, some people say that you've only mastered your strategy when you can write it down on a piece of napkin. Like if you had to write down your strategy on a napkin, what would you say?
Um, I would honestly say wait for highlight your zone and wait for a breakout.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty short napkin too. Goddamn.
Yeah, I mean, like I gotta put it in.
Like because for me it's where's the daily going to go? Wait for manipulation on that day opposite to the daily, and then wait for the market to confirm that your bias is correct and execute based off of that. It's like it doesn't get more simple. Yes, you need to be able to understand where the daily bias is going to go, but all the rest, it's amazing. So just simplify your trading so you can write it down on a napkin. Like you let me know if you guys have that in the chat. If everyone in the chat say yes or no of can you break down your strategy in one napkin? That's the question. Let me do this. Okay. Goddamn. But yeah, so let's go. I know gold moving a little bit higher, but we're still at the 15-minute fair value gap as Kashif has on his chart. So again, still a lot of things at play. You'd want to see a breakout. I'm gonna quickly share my
I
screen.
wanted to break out of between 10 to 14, basically. Breaks 10 to 14, get a 15-minute closure above, uh, possibly retest. That's your entry.
Thanks to Kimmel's free bootcamp, I got funded on a
Yeah, we're
200K
seeing this one.
account with the payout, and I got my first Rolex. Let's go! God
Let's go.
damn,
Nice.
flexing that Rolex. Let's go. That's nice. That is nice. Um, yes, yes. Half of a napkin. Goddamn. Yes, 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 yes. I use tissues, not napkins. They're smaller, so that's good. Um, Yes and no. Why yes and no, Rizzo? Yes. Okay, that's good. Love that. Um, I'm going to share my screen just to show what I'm personally looking at right now. Because like the problem is we never really know where the market is reacting. Like within the 1 hour, a lot of things can happen. So, for example, for me, if I'm looking for a breakout, then I want to see the 1 hour closing above this bearish candle, which is a very bearish candle, to then go towards these highs, internal liquidity, right? So we have all of these equal highs. But first, like you can also say, hey, Kimmel, but we also have equal lows. And I would be like, yep, you are correct. So that's why you wait to see if we break lower and go for the equal lows, or if we break higher and we go for the equal highs. Like that's why patience is a virtue in trading. And you not taking a trade right now is you taking a trade. It's you betting that you don't know what the market is going to do. Like there's nothing cleaner than that. It's just bet bet on not knowing where the market is going to go, and that's is simply done by not executing, right? But I don't think anyone here would deny that EU is bearish. Is there anyone in the chat that is bullish on euro US dollar? And is there anyone in the chat that is bullish on GBP USD? If you are, I get it, by the way. Just swept big lows. GU is at a monthly fair value gap. I get it. Let me know if you are if anyone is bullish on euro dollar or GBP USD. No, NASDAQ is now just ranging. Usually what happens on NASDAQ, we move during London session, we range before New York session, and then we move whatever it is at New York open. But usually this becomes a range a couple of hours before. Let's see if we have any bulls. How are you? I'm doing great. Thank you. Expect a 15-minute before. Kimmel's bootcamp is really amazing. Okay, sir, Reacher's pound, Japanese yen. No.
Kimmel, was it an online bootcamp or a physical?
No, it was it's just a YouTube series. Like I think it's 32 episodes. I'm bullish
Okay,
on golf.
I see a lot of messages helping that through that bootcamp.
Yeah, that
Kimmel,
is crazy. I was not expecting that in the chat, but
yeah,
that's great.
good.
Euro is setting a trap. It's bullish. Okay. Only here for Kashif. Okay, I'll shut up very, very soon. Bearish on EU GU. I'm in shorts on GU. Do you guys trade in December?
I do.
I do.
Yeah, same. I never understood the whole don't trade in December thing. Like the only time I don't trade is the last
Christmas period.
week and a half where you have Christmas and New Year's at the same time, because you
Yeah.
have so many bank holidays there that I just don't trade it. So yeah. So just before we go to Kashif and I shut up, I just wanted to show you how, just like you shouldn't be trying to call these highs. Like I feel like we talk about this every single stream of not calling the highs, not calling the lows. Like people sometimes think that this is a bearish trap, but I can tell you, I started trading in 2018, sorry, 2019, and I traded through all of this, right? So I traded through this. So I started trading in February of 2019. Let's say March. I traded this all the time, right? So euro dollar in my mind was always in the range. We impulsed up, we impulsed back down, we were back in the range. Okay, so euro dollar trades this range all the time. And then it broke out. What do you guys think that I was doing as the market was moving higher? I was finding reasons to short, right? So like I remember at that time I was trading trend lines, and like I was doing trend lines like this, like, oh yeah, it's going down and blah blah blah, and okay, confirmation, boom, take a loss. Oh, confirmation again, take a loss. Confirmation, take a loss, right? And then what happens when the market started going down? Like, if you guys don't know, euro dollar went on a massive move to the downside in 2021 and 22. It moved down to 22%. It reached parity, below parity even. And at this time, what do you guys think that I was doing? I was just finding reasons to long. Back to the trend lines, to the stupid trend lines. Not that I don't like trend lines. I was not never good with them. It's like, oh, we have 3 touch right there, and then it continues moving lower. Oh no, but we have it here, right here, continues moving lower. And I was always trying to find this low, and the market just continued moving lower. So that's why from here on out, I decided, okay, I'm not gonna call the high or the low anymore. That's why once the market shifted, I was bearish all the way down. Once the market shifted, I was bullish all the way up, and here bullish all the way up. And then once the market is going down, I'm going to be bearish all the way towards whatever low it forms. Because once it moves bullish, I don't really care. I'll just trade the bulls again. So yeah. But who was Hilal wants Salah to break down gold. Let's go. Salah, you go now. Then Kashif will go. Let's see. I want, but first, I want the person that said that they're here for Kashif to ask a question to Kashif. Okay. Then after Salah breaks down the charts, he'll answer. Where is it? But do you want to break down gold, Salah?
Oh, right. I was waiting for the question for Kashif.
Probably will be here in a minute.
I just got scared by this mask on your back.
Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, we technically broke out of this zone over here, but I need a 15-minute. I need this 15-minute hold through and not fall back to the range. If it does, then I'm still not looking at it, because I'm not only looking at 10, I'm looking at 14 as well. So if we maintain and close above 10, then I'm buying instantly, and I'm targeting this high over here at 28, the high of this wick, and that is my TP1. Then my TP2 will be over here at 46. That is if we were able to hold through above 10 and the new 15-minute candle opens above as well. If we're back inside this range, then I'm not taking any trades. We break out and fall down, then I will sell if we get a 15-minute below 94. Very, very simple plan. Not complicated. Not doing anything right now. We got 6 minutes for this 15-minute candle to close, and then basically we'll have a decision whether we're buying, we're just chilling, or we're selling.
Yeah, and in 5 minutes, the other, what we would recall as New York session is starting too. So
Yeah.
we'll probably see a little bit more volatility.
Momentum.
Levi, we're waiting for your question to Kashif. And what
You
would
guys agree with what I'm waiting for, right?
What do you want to ask, Levy?
He's like, He's like, shut up, guys. Let Kashif speak. And it's like, we asked you what question you want to ask. Like, why are you not asking the question? Is he just supposed to ramble like I do?
I
It's
didn't
crazy.
send him.
I go crazy, man, after these streams. I just talk. I just talk. I just get reasons to talk.
Kimmel and Kashif, do you guys agree with what we're waiting for?
Yeah.
Yep.
Like I think about gold the same way that we were talking about gold a couple of weeks ago, Salah,
Mhm.
which
Yeah.
is, to what extent isn't this just a bigger flush to continue moving higher? Maybe it
Yeah,
does.
exactly.
So I definitely am not ruling out the longs, even though it does look like there's a possibility of a pullback. But at the end of the day, we've seen deeper retracements on the trending market. So
Hmm. Yo, I personally expect gold to be bearish for the time being, for at least till December, and then we're gonna start moving higher again. But I'm just talking about the current like 15 minutes or the next hour or two ahead of us for today. But I still see a big chance of us dropping down later on. Not talking specifically today or so, but I still think we need to drop a little bit more with this retracement because I don't think it's over just yet. Usually takes more and more time. 3 more minutes. What does levy mean? Should you see
Kimmel,
what levy's saying?
I think we both of three is gonna be on the same page because we look the market the same.
Yeah.
I guess Lavi doesn't understand English.
Yeah.
It's like, just ask a question.
No, he's saying he wants Kashif. He wants to see Kashif versus me and you or something like
Maybe it's boxing, 2v1. I don't know.
that.
But someone is asking, Kashif, how do you find bias on gold? Are you, if you are a day trader or scalper?
I look at the order flow. Like, for example, if I'm trading New York session on the 15-minute time frame, then I'll look at the order flow, what happened in London session. So let's say if the order flow was bullish on London session, making higher highs and higher lows, and now I'm into New York session, so I'll be looking at a bullish bias. I'll simply wait for some rejections. Price action give me rejections at the lower highs, and then we just ride for a new higher high. I just simply look at the previous session to decide my bias, especially when I'm day trading. The 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 minute.
Someone is saying, Kashif, give us a call today and I'm going all in. There you go. Kashif, no pressure.
I'm
Just
already done
casually.
for today. Why you guys are putting me into a low volume session where like the probability is really low? Like I don't call out like when I'm not feeling confident, even though if there's a setup.
Yeah.
It's all about having relatability with the price section. That's when
Uh,
you have the more win rate.
Do you guys use premium and discount pricing? Kashif, do you want to start, or Levi will tear us down?
Uh, Salah, you go ahead.
Huh?
Do you use premium and discount?
No, I don't.
What about you, Kashif?
Yes, I do. Like
Okay.
inside an order block, like if price section falls to the discount, let's say if I'm looking at a bullish order block and price just falls more than 50% into the order block, then I do look at the discounted zones, maybe on the 1 minute, 5 minute of that high time frame order block. I might see some rejections. So yes, I do.
Uh, what was I going to say? Someone asked me, question: is the 15-minute or 5-minute confirmation better? I think that if you want a confirmation entry, which means the second market shift, then it has to be on the 5 minute. If you want if you want reversal entries, the 15-minute is best. If you want continuation entries, then the 5-minute is best. Because if you're waiting to, how do I say, if you're waiting for continuation entries on the 15-minute chart, you're going to be waiting a long time. And I don't want you to miss out on the whole move because of that. Today, New York time shifted to 7 p.m. Pakistan time or previous. Just look at it in New York time. Any tips? Go,
Tokir is
go.
saying, Tokir is saying giveaway, giveaway, giveaway. Man, the amount of knowledge we are giving away on these sessions, if you just simply focus on that, you wouldn't be needing any giveaway. Just watch all the live sessions on this stream. There's plenty of trades, plenty of explanations. If you just simply observe and backtest, you wouldn't be needing any giveaway.
Any tips for a trader to start becoming a trading influencer? Just record your life. That's basically it. Just share your knowledge on
By the way,
YouTube, Twitter, etc. All
Kimmel,
of us just started like that.
you should, I don't remember, maybe in the last session you showed something that on a trading view you can record your trades.
Yeah.
How
So
do you do
on
that?
the top right corner, there's a publish function.
Okay.
So that gives you the option to record the video. So yeah, that's what I started doing first.
Yeah,
Uh,
I see. Good. I'll try this out.
Stream Saga asked, how can I take partials? Because when I'm into a trade, I just want to take the full TP. I'm a little confused in taking partials. We talked about this, I think, over the last 3 streams, which is taking partials is always going to be the least profitable decision. But that doesn't mean that it's something that you should not do. So, for example, Salah, he instructs people to take partials, but he doesn't. Because we know, okay, traders that want that consistent profitability and they want to reduce their losers, the best thing that they can do is take partials to start, and only then would you always hold full volume. So just take a partial at a 1 to 2, depending on your risk to reward. To be fair, I don't know what your risk to reward is, so I can't give you any more uh, about that. But what's your approach on partials, Salah?
I don't take partials, but I tell my people to take partials, and especially new people. You're just gonna reduce your loss if you were to lose and it reverses on you. And if you're still not a professional trader, I mean, when you're taking partials, every, let's say you went in one standard lot and you were to take partials, quarters basically, off your lot every 100 pips if you were trying to take a swing. That would work out perfectly for you because you're basically securing some of your profits. And if it was to reverse on you, um, you're gonna go out with a smaller loss. And yeah, but I personally do not do that because I would like to be in with my full entry, because I usually go big and I take less trades on my personal accounts. So that's how I generally work.
What about you, Kashif, in terms of partials? You are muted, I think.
A 1-to-1 RR I secure, but it depends on the price section. Let's say on average, my trades are mostly 1 to 2. So when the price section goes towards 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio, if I see rejections on the 1 minute, that's the point I would secure some partial. If the price section is moving smooth, then I'll just play with the stop loss, move the stop loss to break even and let the runner run.
Yeah, with me, it's usually at liquidity points. Like if the market is at an internal range liquidity and it's starting to slow down a lot, that's usually when I either take partials or even take full volume. But usually I take full volume depending on how much R I'm running on the trade. Just because if I'm running 1 to 0.7, I'm not taking full volume. If I'm running 1 to 5, I'm for sure taking full volume. So yeah. Is there anyone who uses trendline liquidity sweeps? I don't. Does any of you look at trend lines in general or no?
No.
Yes, I do sometimes.
I use
But
it for-
mostly I'm interested in swing low and swing highs liquidity.
Yeah, I think that sideways liquidity, is it important? Well, when I was personally trading trend lines, yeah, but now I only look at highs and lows because usually that's where the stop losses are.
Yeah.
I use a funded account and I risk only 1%, but when I take a stop loss to entry, always hits, not always, but sometimes. Just stop moving your stops to break even then. Like that's simple. Like everyone always wants to move their stops to break even, but usually just like taking partials, it's the least profitable decision. You have to base your management and your entries not on your emotions, but on actual what do you think the market is going to do? Because everyone moves their stops to break even because they don't want to lose money. Well, guess what? Like if I take a minus 0.2, I didn't really lose money. I didn't lose anything. So, like, stop being afraid of a minus 0.2. Just manage based on price action. So, yeah. How to find swing low and swing high, Kashif? How's it go?
How to find swing highs and swing lows?
Yeah.
By looking at the charts, by looking at the candles. What do you mean? How do you find them?
There you
It's on
go.
the charts.
You just go to the what time frames do you look at swing highs and swing lows?
Look at the 30 minute and 15 minute.
Okay. So there you go.
Is I think we have a healthy chat today. Questions are very healthy.
What?
Saying like today we have healthy viewers. The questions are good.
Yeah. What else do we have? Does anyone want to break down DAX? What do we have on DAX? Let me show
Call
you.
Zamco.
Okay. No worries. Let me quickly share my screen.
All right. I'll see you guys.
See you,
Have
Salah.
a good one. Alrighty.
Nice to
Sharing
have
my
you.
screen.
See you.
We'll be here for a little bit more. So I'm gonna share my screen. Look at DAX. FDAX. I have this chart is delayed, by the way. I think it's delayed by 15 minutes. So keep that in mind. But it's the thing. It's like, but if I had to trade, I would look for the longs. It looks similar to NASDAQ, where it had its pullback, right? So we had the pullback on DAX, and now we're starting to form. Like, you want to see candle closing above here, because then we'll just move towards all-time high. Like, that's what I would be looking for on DAX, really, right? So right here, boom, move towards all-time high. But right now, I wouldn't really be trading much just because you're inside of this range. But maybe, hey, that's DAX. I don't know. I'm not really a DAX trader. Let's do extra. What the fuck is this? I don't even know that, but yeah. So yeah, DAX, no, not really interested in DAX. Euro dollar starting to react from the fair value gap right there. What do we have? What do you say? Kashif might drop a banger in his Discord. How many years do you recommend backtesting? I backtested my strategy for gold every trading day for the past 2 years and getting payouts. I don't think you need much more. Like, if it's already working, usually I notice that backtesting just adds confusion on what you were already doing. So, like, once you reach a healthy stats, and you can see that happening in the live market, I would not really worry about that anymore. You don't take partials on a 0.01 lot. What benefit is this if you don't have the, like, I know that a lot of traders, they want to get funded before they ever get the knowledge. Like, you have to understand that if you don't get the knowledge, you will never get funded. So, like, the knowledge comes before the funded account. The knowledge comes even before the challenge account. The people that flip it around, usually they just get absolutely destroyed, right? And you don't want that to happen to you. So keep that in mind. Euro dollar looking quite bearish, actually. Let me do this. Pound Japanese yen. Talking about Japanese yen, I think very, very soon, I am going to start exchanging money. I already opened the Japanese yen savings account, but I want to start putting a good amount of money in Japanese yen just because I want to go to Japan. I want to go to Japan, and literally, the Japanese yen is at the lowest it has ever been, to the point that they're increasing price for tourists. I think by 800%, which is insane, which is basically combating the fact that the Japanese yen is so much lower. But yeah, definitely want to change this a little bit here. Someone said, yeah, but pound Japanese yen. I think pound Japanese yen is just looking bullish in general, right? Like, I don't think there's any denying that this is overall moving bullish. And I'm not really interested in calling these shorts, because overall it's moving in one direction, and that is long. So what else do we have? Gold going a little bit higher right there. Nice. Then we have NASDAQ. It's still ranging. EU moving lower. GU probably going to move lower too. Something like that. We have a 5-minute fair value gap here. Boom. And boom. That's what I would be looking for.
I'm really interested in 4-hour candle on gold. Like, it's gonna close in 45 minutes.
Yeah. Let me share gold. It's looking great. It's looking good.
Yeah, just look at the 4-hour. Like, we do have some order block on the 15-minute, but the way this 4-hour is going, do see trend line liquidity above.
Yeah,
It closes bullish and engulfs this bearish candle, then obviously like
yeah,
gold like 40, 50, 40, 60. Yeah,
yeah. That would be
second.
looking good. Yeah. Go there like this. It's basically what we said in the beginning of the stream. If this 4 hour closes nicely bullish, we will 100% go for these highs. Well, not 100% obviously, but we are very likely to go towards these highs.
Yeah,
So that's what I would be looking for too, like a move towards like this gap right here, right there. That's 4100 right there.
right now on the 15-minute there's a bearish order block, the but I don't feel confident trying to look for a short at that 15-minute bearish order block, only because the way 4 hour is moving might just breach that 15-minute OB
Yeah,
because higher time frame momentum we're seeing right now.
yeah. I've seen almost every video. Entire journey, you faced lows as well. What kept you motivated through your journey and how you absorbed all the pressure? Like for me, there was really no going back. I decided that I was going to become a trader, and that's it. Like I decided to become a trader. Um, so I think that was the quite important thing for myself is just have the accountability of starting to know what I was working for, right? So I think that was really it. If you have a why, Nietzsche says this: "He who has a why can bear with almost any how." So yeah. Uh, I'm short on GU. I think GU looks good. Would you show where the order block is on the 15-minute? Yeah, let's go to the 15-minute. What order block are you looking for on the 15-minute, Kashif?
This one, the one, most recent one,
Which one? Sorry,
the most recent one. It already tapped.
this one.
No, above. There's a cleaner
Oh,
one, but
sorry.
then a big drop. Yeah, this one.
Yeah,
Already tapped, but as I said, like, I'm not pretty confident because high time frame, they're moving with bullish momentum. It might just obliterate this and continue pushing up.
someone just screamed at you. Kashif, fair value gaps are powerful or order blocks? Well, knowing Kashif, given that we only are talking about order blocks, I think I know the answer. Am I right or am I
Yeah,
wrong?
like I don't give like more attention to fair value gaps, like mostly like order blocks, because most of the times when you get into a trade after FVG, you get induced. The price just goes to the OB and then you see the actual move. So just try to wait, stay calm, and let the price action go to the most extreme point of the price leg. And after the rejections, I make my move.
Yeah, and I think that this is what like someone is asking about a breakout. Well, let me ask you this. Like if I quickly draw this on, well, let me not put the move lower. Let's just actually just do this. Like, and if I put this on the side, would you call this a breakout? Absolutely not. Like the high is
Yeah,
still here. Like
exactly.
how are you thinking that this is a breakout? Just look at price. Price is not
Yeah,
showing you a breakout. A breakout is this. Like just
beautifully
look at
explained. Beautifully explained.
like just look at you. You need to start having the FOMO of, oh my god, the market is going to move without me. Listen, when gold moves, it moves. And if I show you this sort of price action and I ask you, hey, is there a breakout here? You're going to be like, no, what are you talking about? There's no breakout here yet. So just like give the market time. You guys are so afraid that the market is just going to do this. It's not, right? And if it does, you probably didn't want to execute on this either way because you would have been like if you shorted, you would have been absolutely crushed. Right? Everyone looks at you know how everyone looks at NFP. afterwards, and they're like, "Oh yeah, the market is going to the market is going to go down." Then NFP, the market goes down, and they're like, "Oh, I knew it. I should have traded." And it's like, just understand that if you would have longed, you would have lost your whole account, right? So everyone always thinks, "Oh, if I would have done this," well, sure, but you can't. You can't go back in time. So yeah. Um, Yeah, so on gold again, anyone, both me, Salah, and Kashif would both look at a breakout, probably above here, and then go towards these internal highs. So yeah, and even this, like this, wouldn't be a breakout, but still, you have to look at, if you want to trade, then you have to look between the line, read between the lines. So yeah, Sami, you've asked that question, and Kashif has answered. So. Bada bing, bada boom. How many years?
Kimmel, do you like? I do believe in intuitive side of trading. Do you believe in intuitive side of trading? Like when
Very
you
much, yeah.
invest a lot and you develop certain patterns that you see, and you know, like there's no technical, but you know it's gonna go.
Yeah. Yeah. I actually do think that 90% of profitable traders have that.
Yeah.
But then once you become an educator, you need to grab that into intuition and make it into a checklist so that people can follow it. So it's not that I don't trade out of intuition. It's now that I need a checklist to show other people what I'm doing. So it rationalizes, because
Yeah.
we can't teach intuition, but if we show people what we see happening over and over and over again, that's when they become profitable too. So I trade a lot off of intuition, and then I find reasons as to why that intuition exists.
Yeah,
So
the thought process repeated over and over again.
yeah.
Exactly. Beautiful.
Do you mainly trade out of intuition too, or?
Yeah, but over the time, like the same thought process getting repeated again and again. Like I just simply look at the charts, and out of nowhere I know like it's gonna go. Even if I do draw like on my screen, but even without drawings, like you start to see that what's the pattern is repeating on a certain day.
Yeah. Sometimes I say I would never trade this market. If I was trading alone, I would just move on with my day.
Yeah.
But sometimes I just force myself to trade, which is not good. But again, I love Tradin TV. Learn many things. Thanks for all traders who give us the precious time, guys. Let's do hashtag We Are Trading as a thank you for trading. Listen, Trading has a live stream every single day. Every single day, there's traders out here sharing their knowledge for hours and hours on time. So definitely put hashtag trading or hashtag We Are Trading.
We have 200 viewers live. Make sure to leave a like.
Yes, sir. Does GBP take previous day low or not? Well, depends. Depends on what time frame, on when you want to see it. Look, that is beautiful. Depends on when you want to see it. Do you want to see it do you want to see it today? I don't know if it's going to do it today. Do you want to see it this week? Then I would say very confidently that yes, we take the previous day low this week. So it's all about the time frame in which you want that to happen. Is it going to do it in the next hour? I don't know. How to deal with emotions like greed and fear. What's the blueprint of trading psychology? Do you want to go first, Kashif?
Go ahead. I'm just looking at something on gold.
Yeah. So let's first dissect what emotions are. So emotions simply are a gap between expectation and reality. So when your reality does not match your expectation, you have negative emotion or positive emotion. So let's say you think you are a profitable trader, you take a negative trade, or you think this trade is going to win and the trade is negative, you lose. That's a gap. That's emotion, right? Or let's say you think you're going to make $1,000 on a trade and you make $10,000. That gap is going to be filled with positive emotion. So the way you reduce emotions is by reducing your expectations to the worst possible scenario. So for me, every time I enter in a trade, I'm already thinking why this trade is going to be a loser. It's as simple as that. As soon as I enter, I look for reasons as to why this trade is going to lose, because that reduces the emotions that I will have in case that trade is going to be a loss. Can you explain the consistency rule on funding pips funded account? Is the same rule applicable on standard funding pips funded account? I think the consistency rule is only if you want payouts on demand, right? You'll have a consistency rule. But if you want a bi-weekly or monthly, then there is no consistency rule.
Yeah, again, I'm right now battling with 35% consistency. Let me just share my screen.
Let's go. A GU reacting as we wanted to. That's beautiful. Fair value gap, tank. Very, very nice.
So
Let's see. Kashif is going to share his screen.
can you see the screen?
Not yet. Yeah.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yeah.
So this is my funding pips 100K funded account. I don't know, is it allowed to show the stats on Tradin
Probably.
TV?
Yeah.
Okay, so I chose, I got funded and I chose on-demand payouts, which comes with a 90% profit split, but it also comes with a 35% consistency. So consistency means like my total profits cannot exceed my highest daily profit. So what I do with this, I mostly use this consistency because it keeps my emotions, it keeps my expectations from my funded account in check. For example, with every 100K funded account, I aim for a $2,000 payout. Now, what does it mean? Like for a $2,000 payout, my daily profits should be less than $800. So that means like I need to be making $800 for 3 consecutive days, 800, 800, and 800, and then my consistency will be lower than 35%. Like if I open my calculator now, let's say my total profits 800 times 3 for 3 days, it's $2,400. So I'll divide my total profits 2,400 divide by 35%. So that means like my daily profits shouldn't be exceeding above $840. And when I'm making $800, I'm pretty fine. That means my consistency is below 35%. But what happened, like on day third, I lost a big amount. Then I made a big recovery. Now, due to that, due to making like 3,500 in a single day, now my consistency rose up. Now that means in order for me to get a payout, I need to be making $12,000 in payout, and that will bring my consistency below 35%. Right now it's 54. It's pretty. It's a pretty. I would say it's a pretty good rule if you are a disciplined trader and if you have realistic expectations. For example, with a 100K payout, making like 0.5% a day, $500, $700 a day, it's not a big deal if you're trading gold and you have a solid strategy. You can simply uh, trade for 3 days, make a small money, and you can request on-demand payout. And the plus point is you get 90% profit split. But the only thing is you don't have to go in a aggressive drawdown the way I did, because if you go in aggressive drawdown, then you need to be trading a lot to be under the 35% consistency rule. It's pretty. I think like it's a pretty good rule for a conservative trader. Every 3 days you can lock a payout, and I've done this before. I was aiming this day, but on third day I fucked up. I lost a lot of money, and now I'm in a phase where I'm just trying to meet this. It's been 3 days of making $3,000 every day. It's the
Nice.
third
That's
day.
fire.
Now the fourth day, if I if I get another day with a $3,000 win, I'll be good.
Hell yeah.
Let's
Someone is saying we'll have a final look at the charts. Do you want to look at gold? Then we'll look at the rest, Kashif.
yeah,
If you
like
want to
gold.
break down gold, I'll break down FX, NQ, and Bitcoin, and then we'll all go about our day.
Gold is gold. I'm looking at the same thing, Kimmel. Like I'm looking at this 15-minute bearish order block. We tapped into this order block, and from here we are seeing a bearish direction. But I feel I'm too late. I should have been in a trade from here, but the reason I feel too late is we already have a move from this 15-minute OP down to like 50-60 pips, and the only reason I'm not feeling confident to go in sells because at the same time there's a supporting bullish order block, right? I might get into a sell right here out of FOMO. This is the big difference between a profitable trader and between someone who is losing money. What would you do, like as a trader? You would get into FOMO and you say, hey, 15-minute orders about getting tab, it's gonna fucking go down, and you out of FOMO, you just go into a sell, but you ignore the point that is there's also a supporting bullish order block and the order flow is bullish. So the way price section is right now, I'm not taking a sell on from this 15-minute because I'm also looking at the 4-hour, and it's going to close in 28 minutes. And in 28 minutes, ask yourself, like the viewers, you can expect anything in 28 minutes. In 28 minutes, this 4-hour candle can close impulsively bullish, taking out the previous 4-hour highs. In 28 minutes, it can also flip bearish and close bearish and going down. So as a trader, would you be taking a trade when the probability is 50%? Would you be taking a trade? And there's an option, you just need to wait 28 minutes for the candle to close to have a clarity. Now, as a trader, having a lot of losses in the past, making these kind of mistakes, I would simply wait. And even look right now, look on the 5-minute time frame. If you would have gone in a sells out of FOMO, what happened? See, I didn't went into a short trade, even though the candles they were telling me to short, but I know like there's a supporting bullish order block, so I stay away. So understand like the higher time frame narrative, like the 4-hour. Like if the 4-hour is 27 minutes, it's better to wait 27 minutes. You might get a more high probability setup. So for me, like Kimmel, like I'm just gonna wait like this till this 4-hour closes.
Yeah.
I could have been trapped right here. I was like, no.
Yeah. Just wait for the 4-hour to close. There'll be probably you'll have cleaner price action after the 4-hour. I would look at the same thing. So let's look at EU, GU, and NASDAQ, and then Bitcoin. Someone asked for Bitcoin. So I'm sharing my screen. Let me quickly see if it appears. Okay. So on EU, I think it's pretty clear where the market is heading. I think the market is going to go lower. And I think that GU is about to react very, very accordingly to EU, especially because GU is more bearish than EU. So what I'm personally looking for, shorts on GU, shorts on EU. We already saw, like we were looking at the 15-minute fair value gap on EU, and we saw the market reacting off of it. So that is pretty clean for myself. And on GU, looking not as clean, but we have the 4-hour order block right here on GU. So I would expect the bearishness to go from here. If the market reacts bullish, then hey, it is what it is. I do think that this is just going to be a trap for the market to continue moving lower. Then on NASDAQ, I think it's pretty clear where it is going for now. We have 1 hour and 25 minutes because the market might just open up and absolutely tank. And if that's the case, then I want to be careful with any sort of longs. But right now, if I had to take a trade right now, I would definitely long. But I'm going to wait until market open before I actually make any decision. Gold, just chilling. Again, I would wait for actually a engulfing candle either way, and see where it goes from there. In Bitcoin, I've been calling the Bitcoin highs for a good amount of time. I feel like there is some blood coming in crypto. The thing with crypto is that every time that people see a 7% move up, they get so excited. Oh my god, it's so bullish and blah blah blah. And on the previous stream, if you check on the 27th of October, when I talked about Bitcoin, I was like, yes, it's moving bullish right now, but I don't really like it. If I had to take a trade on Bitcoin, it would be the shorts, right? We have very clear liquidity. We have a very, very strong range, and the market is struggling to keep up. And so, therefore, I would be very careful, especially because if people are saying that Bitcoin is going to move up and NQ is going to move down, I have bad news for you. When NQ drops, and when NQ drops just to the previous daily order block, which is a 3% move, Bitcoin is going to absolutely plummet and it's going to go to 90K. Not 90K flat. I'm saying, for example, 98,000. So yeah, if you are praying for Armageddon on NQ, just know that that is going to affect Bitcoin a lot. So yeah, for now, longs on NQ. See if the market starts reacting bearish once we open. I don't think we will, but we'll see. EU bearish, GU overall bearish, Bitcoin bearish. So yeah. Did the market open time? Yes. No. Well, it did not change. It's always New York time. So no, it has not changed. And yeah, with that, I am not in drawdown, no. But yeah, Kashif, any other thing to point out, or are we good for today?
Check gold. Just check gold. How it manipulated.
Gold, goddamn, that is beautiful.
See, like, this is something I was mentioning. Like, a forward is really important.
Yeah, I call these catalysts for pullbacks. Like these to me, so I call this catalyst for a pullback, which is
Yeah,
this is an order block. The order block gives you the reaction, but it
reaction.
doesn't follow through. It just goes to the bullish order block and then goes higher. I think this is I would be way more confident now that gold is bullish from this.
But even there, like, was a good scalp opportunity from the catalyst, from the
Yeah.
BD point of
Yeah.
interest.
Oh yeah, for sure. Scalpers will have a lot of
Yeah.
fun with catalyst for
Yeah.
pullbacks. Yeah. But yeah, with that, Kashif, any other comments?
No, just look at the 4 hour. If it closes bullish engulfing, you can expect gold to go 40, 30, 40, 40, 40, 50. You can expect that.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for this. If you have any questions, we are going to be back this week on stream, and also next Monday I will be on too. So thank you, everyone. See ya. Bye.